Hi, my name is Trevor Dunn, and these are the films I watched from November 19th to the 24th. On November 19th, I watched Butch, Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid, directed by George Roy Hill. Paul Newman and Robert Redford star as Butch and Sundance. This was Paul Newman and Robert Redford's first collaboration with George Roy Hill. They would all work together later in The Sting. Butch and Sundance have been robbing across the country, but infuriating the authorities, they send marshals after them, who will keep chasing the two no matter what. So the boys decided to get out of America and make their fortune in Bolivia. I thought Butch and Sundance was great. It came out in 1969, but it feels like it came out today. Redford and Newman have amazing chemistry together. You could argue that their dynamic in this helped shape buddy comedies for years to come. You get the curmudgeon paired with the go-lucky guy, and that formula has given Hollywood untold riches. Butch and Sundance is a masterpiece and one of the most fun westerns ever made. On November 20th, I watched The Hidden Fortress. Directed by Akira Kurosawa, two peasants are trying to get rich, but they're caught up in a war. They run into a general played by Toshiro Mifune. The three of them are in search of Princess UK, the leader of the defeated clan. The victorious clan is after her as well. When the group finds her, they must try to navigate her back to their homeland of the Hidden Fortress before the rival clan catches them. The Hidden Fortress is a massive inspiration to George Lucas when he was making Star Wars. Many of Kurosawa's films have influenced Star Wars, but The Hidden Fortress has the most. The two bumbling peasants are basically R2 and C-3PO, two lost fools making their way into the desert, as their goal is to find a princess. Minafune's character is kind of a mix of Han Solo and Obi-Wan, where he's this brash, brave character, but he also duels the main villain in a similar duel to Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. It's a great adventure film. If you're looking to get into Japanese cinema, The Hidden Fortress is a good starting point. On November 21st, I watched The Wizard of Oz, directed by Victor Fleming. I want to watch this before I saw Wicked and remember a real masterpiece set in the world of Oz. Dorothy Gale is played by Judy Garland. She's a small-town Kansas girl who gets sent to Oz when her house gets lifted up in a twister. It lands on the Wicked Witch of the East, and she gains some ruby slippers. This angers her sister, the Wicked Witch of the West, played by Margaret Hamilton. Dorothy is sent to meet the Wizard of Oz. Along the way, she meets a scarecrow with no brains, played by Ray Bolger, a tin man with no heart, played by Jack Haley, and a lion with no courage, played by Burt Lahr. The Wizard of Oz is a timeless masterpiece. All the songs are great. You can't help but smile when you hear Judy Garland sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. When Dorothy steps out of her house and into the Technicolor world of Oz, it's pure magic. That's probably one of the most important moments in cinema history, and it totally changed film forever. I love Wizard of Oz. It's one of the best musicals ever made. Go see it again before you see Wicked. On November 22nd, I watched The Rentel Family in theaters, directed by Akira. Brendan Fraser plays Philip, a struggling actor trying to find purpose that lives in Japan. He can only get commercials and bit parts. He gets a job to work as a mourner at a pretend funeral. This surprises Philip, but he learns it's something that this company provides, having actors pretend to be a part of your life, whether it's a friend, a brother, or a father. The main roles we see Philip take are as the father of this young girl named Mia, played by Shannon Mahina Gorman. She doesn't remember her father and needs someone to be her father so she can get into her dream school. The other assignment is to pretend to be a journalist to an old actor that feels like he's being forgotten, played by Akira Emoto. Philip helps them connect and recontextualize the past. I enjoyed The Rentel Family. I like the idea of Philip helping the next generation look towards the future, and also helping the generation on its last legs contend with the past. I think if you like The Rehearsal, you'll enjoy this. It deals with themes of reality, and even though you're an actor, the subject thinks it's real, and the introduction of a fake parent to a child can add scarring consequences. But the film has a more upbeat tone towards the premise, and in the end, they're doing more good than harm in their work. Overall, Rentel Family is a good film. Go check it out in theaters. The same day I watched Lady Bird, directed by Greta Gerwig. Saoirse Ronan plays Christina/Lady Bird. She's a high school senior with big dreams of going to the East Coast, where there's culture like New York, or at least Connecticut or New Hampshire, where writers live in the woods. But she's not the best student, and her family doesn't have a lot of money. Lady Bird and her mom, played by Laurie Metcalf, have a fraught relationship that a lot of teenage girls and their moms have. The film has Lady Bird navigate love with two boys, played by Lucas Hedges and Timothée Chalamet. I thought Lady Bird was amazing. It's by far the biggest coming-of-age film of the 2010s, and definitely holds the belt for the best coming-of-age film out right now. This was Greta's directorial debut, and cemented her as one of the most important up-and-coming directors. It completely captures the feelings of high school. It's a crime that Laurie Metcalf didn't win Best Supporting Actress. She gives one of the most memorable performances of the decade. Go see Lady Bird. It's one of the best films of the 2010s. On November 25th, I watched Menace II Society, directed by the Hughes brothers. Tyrone Turner plays Kane, a drug dealer with some future prospects because he just graduated high school. He's best friends with O-Dog, played by Lorenz Tate, who is the complete wild card. In the first scene, he kills 2 Asian shopkeepers for talking about his mom. The film takes us through Kane's life on the street as he goes deeper and deeper through the underworld, but he still has people that want to help him and change his life. I really love Menace II Society. It reminded me of my favorite film, Goodfellas. The first scene is them committing a murder that happens in medias res. The hothead character is the reason why the murder takes place. O-Dog and Tommy have some similarities. They're stone-cold killers who at the drop of a hat will take a life. We then see our main characters see the criminal life as a child and how intoxicating it is. They show these long takes showing off the criminal world and why it sucks you in. Both films have plenty of narration as well. And both films have a scene where the main character narrates everyone in their crew with a little story about them. I don't mind any of these similarities because there are plenty of differences. And Menace II Society has a great story with fantastic characters. There are plenty of films that I call garbage Goodfellas, and Menace II Society is not that. It's one of the best and most underrated crime films ever made. The same day I went to the theater and saw Wicked for Good, directed by John M. Chu. Elphaba, played by Cynthia Erivo, is chased out of Oz for not siding with the wizard. She is known to all as the Wicked Witch of the West, but she still has Glinda, played by Ariana Grande, on her side. But now she's known as a mouthpiece for Oz. Glinda and Elphaba must work together to stop Oz. I found this pretty boring. A key part to a musical is having good songs, and maybe 2 of them worked. This was the problem with splitting Wicked into 2 parts. All the bangers were put in the first half, so they had to write new songs, and they're all terrible. I started to fall asleep when Elphaba and Glinda started singing about how they've grown apart for the 3rd time. The Wizard of Oz came out over 80 years ago and has so much more life and energy in it. Wicked for Good feels bloated and underbaked. The ending is flat and will make you feel relief when the title card comes up. Wicked for Good will probably be one of the biggest films of the year, and that bums me out because I wish it was a better film. Thank you for watching. These are the films I watched from November 19th to the 25th. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.